My name is Victor Lirio, and I am the director of North of Providence and Dolores, which is a double bill of one-act plays. These are one-act plays by an amazing New York playwright called Edward Allan Baker. I love it because both plays prove the unbreakable bond of blood, that no matter what happens, you always have your brother or sister to be there for you. I am drawn to family drama. I don't know why. I love Tennessee Williams, Arthur Miller, Shakespeare. They're plays about family. They're brilliantly written. The language of Edward Allan Baker is just so relatable. In the process, we go through many plays to read for this Director's Cuts series. And what I realized after finishing these two, you stack them into the yeses and the maybes, and I was already very, very drawn to these two plays. And I know the playwright. And then I realized that we are currently, among many other issues, in the midst of a gender revolution. And I wanted to present what could possibly be a reflection of women's roles in society and at home. I wanted to juxtapose what it was 35 years ago and now in the Me Too platform, in the Me Too landscape. So that was really interesting, and that just sort of that just surfaced. I wasn't seeking that, but I had a moment of clarity. I had a moment of, wow, even though these plays happened in the 80s, it's still quite resonant today, particularly for women. There was something universal about what was happening in the 80s, in the Reagan era in America, and the Thatcher era here in England. So we did, at the suggestion of my designer, Carly, she said, that's really, really interesting. We should fully explore that. And what we discovered was it doesn't matter where we set it. I became really curious about what can we mine in terms of the universality of the human condition. And the dialect was very specific, but it also worked in Northern England, specifically Sheffield. So I had a meeting with a playwright, Eddie, in New York, and I had posed this idea, and he absolutely loved it. And Carly did a lot of tremendous research in terms of the physical world of that era, of that time in Northern England, and also the protests, the images. It's really, really fantastic. I'm really looking forward to building that world with her and the actors, obviously. The very structure of Director's Cuts in terms of casting is that, because there are 4 of us, many actors were up for these parts, and I was very, very lucky that, these actors, they came in incredibly prepared, and they understood the humanity of the relationships and the circumstance. They fully embraced it, and the fact that they have that perspective is really, really amazing, and I'm quite excited to actually start rehearsals already.